Hi, star friends. This is Anastasia with an astrology update for you. I thought we'd take a little bit of a look at the rest of 2022 so we can kind of get a broader perspective. What we're experiencing here, and some really exciting things are happening. Saturn is finishing up its tour of Capricorn. It's been in Capricorn since January of 2020, and so we all know what's been going on since January of 2020. Saturn in Capricorn, we have a big part to thank for that. So we're very excited that it's going to be finishing its tour. It will touch into Aquarius later in April, and then it will go back and retrograde into the end of Capricorn again at the summertime, and then it will pop back all the way to Aquarius at the beginning of 2023. So finishing up the last 2.5 years is pretty intense. Saturn in Capricorn deals all with finances. It deals a lot with politics. It deals a lot with the reconstruction of what we're experiencing on a sociological level. And so it's very exciting that it's finishing up its tour. Saturn has a lot of power in Capricorn, but it also can cause a lot of compression, a lot of slowness, a lot of heavy-handed government, corporate, political agendas, and that's what we've been experiencing here. Now, the exciting thing as well is that Neptune is moving into Pisces. It will be finishing up its tour of Aquarius this year, moving into Pisces 100% in 2023. Neptune in Pisces is a massive, massive deal. Neptune moves slowly, 12 to 15 years per constellation, and Neptune in Pisces is its natural ruler. So as Neptune finishes up its tour of Aquarius, we begin to enter into what's called the Aquarian Age. This opens up our access to seeing life as cosmic beings, to seeing ourselves as really having the opportunity to connect with interstellar beings, to begin to understand that we are not this human biological creature that we've believed that we are. We are much, much more than that. And what else is exciting is we've got Jupiter and Pisces simultaneously. Now Jupiter is going to hit Pisces later in April, and it's going to be in Pisces all through the rest of 2022. Jupiter is really important. In Chinese astrology, they refer to it as an animal, even though they're a bit off in their starting and stopping dates. Jupiter in Pisces is equivalent to the rabbit, or some people refer to that as the cat. But Jupiter in Pisces is the wisest soul. It can also be the absolute terror, but is also the most beautiful, exalted, wise soul who really understands the ancient mysticism as well as where we need to go in the future as a spiritual journey. So we're going to see the yin and the yang. Pisces really brings in the yin and the yang with Jupiter, and we're going to see a lot of the high positive frequencies, and we're going to see a lot of chaos. Now the real argument that we're moving into is whether or not it is, let's say, spiritually or aesthetically or philosophically correct to begin to insert robots and mechanical technology into the physical vehicle. That's where we're going to see the big split now in terms of our society. Half of the people are going to be very into putting different levels of technology into their body, different pieces of mechanical things into their body, and the other half of the people are going to be very much against it. So that's the yin and the yang of the Jupiter in Pisces, and it also aligns with the Saturn in Aquarius that we'll see a lot more of in 2023. And so we're dealing with a lot of new ideas coming into human consciousness about what is rational, what is possible, what is spiritually acceptable, what is right, what is wrong, and we really have to getting past the whole concept of judgment and accept the fact that we don't have all the answers. We only have a perspective, and our perspective is supposed to evolve over time. We're going to see a tremendous amount of wild weather. Not just because of whatever global warming, but just because it is, when you've got Neptune in Pisces, it's dealing with a lot of the oceans. We should have a lot of different activity coming in through different storms. As Jupiter hits Neptune and Jupiter crosses over this month in April, expect a lot of storms there as well. But also we should see a tremendous amount of cosmic activity, a lot of different spaceships happening, a lot of different space encounters. So this is what we're headed for in 2022 is the acceptance of the fact that we are not alone in the universe and that there is a lot going on a space level that we need to pay attention to, not just to mention what's going on our own planet. So it's a pretty exciting year, not to mention the fact that Uranus is in Aries and it's causing all kinds of stir-ups. We've got the North Node conjunct Uranus at a certain point, and that really, when the North Node overall direction we're facing lines up with Uranus and Aries, there's a lot of conflict, a lot of hostility, a lot of new fires being lit. And so we've got a tremendous amount of productivity, a tremendous amount of open-mindedness, a tremendous amount of spiritual energy coming through. But we also have a lot of conflict. So it's really about the I would call it the year of the spiritual warrior for the next 12 to 18 months, and really figuring out how to become at peace with what is going on in the universe without getting roped into another person's or a global perspective that's not really in alignment with yourself. It's a very powerful year. Every year on this planet that we're moving into gets more and more exciting in terms of awakening, more and more exciting in terms of enlightenment, more and more eye opening in terms of what we are and where we're going and what we're capable of. So expect a lot in 2022. Get into a healthy practice for your body, because the more you clean your body, the easier it is to process all of this new data that's coming in. We're still dealing with Pluto and Capricorn for the next 20 years. And that's going to be a total breakdown of the society and a rebuild. So we're in the beginning of a huge, huge remodel on the entire planet, going from a more simple-minded human to a very cosmic aware space creature. So welcome to the new age, everyone. Have a wonderful day.